Hey everybody, welcome back to Rick's Tech Talk. Today I'm going to do a review and a demonstration on a video intercom system that you can use for your house or for your RV. So keep watching. So here I have the product called Tmezon. I think that's how you say it. I'm not 100% sure. But this is a monitoring system. This is like an intercom system. So you get your doorbell, camera, and you get your screen. Now the two have to be hardwired together. There's a lot of things you can do with this. You can see this remotely with your phone. You can get push notifications. And it can also record when the motion is detected outside and also when they push the doorbell. So let's unbox this and take a look, see what we got in here. So here's the packaging that it comes in. I'm not going to do a long unboxing video for this. I'm just going to do a quick open it up, show you what's included, but let's go over some of the key features that this device has. So we have a 7-inch screen. You can use your phone as well to see this. Okay, it can record and it can take snapshots. You obviously put an SD card in there. In case I forget later, it is a 256 gig SD card. This is a max that can go in there. Motion detection. So if people just walk by, you can have it record, it can send push notifications. You can connect this to your Wi-Fi or to a Cat 5 cable and hardwire it. It only works on 2.4. And if you have a mesh network, it is not going to work very well with a mesh network. So you would have to separate it, or in my case, I'm using a separate router just to get this thing going, and it's connected to the 2.4 gigahertz band. You can hook up multiple screens. You can unlock devices with this with the push of a button. It can send a signal to like a relay and unlock something. It has night vision and it's waterproof. Okay, so let's open it up. Okay, so it comes with an instruction manual, and it's a pretty good manual. So it's pretty detailed. It comes in 5 different languages, and I've gone through it already, as you can tell. Here's our screen. Now this is the newer model. So if you were to download this manual online, it will show you a different unit. The name will actually be over here. There's only like 2 lights over here. You don't have all these buttons that you can push over on this left side. The ones on the right side are there, but they're different. And in the older model, there's like a menu button that you push over here. This is all on the sides. The screen itself is not touchscreen, so you have to use your arrows up and down to navigate. So we'll get this plugged in a second. But the SD card goes right in here. Again, 256 gig max SD card, and that's what I have in there. It includes a angle bracket, so you can put it and angle it in a certain direction. And again, this all comes wrapped up, but I just already have it unwrapped, so it just makes it easier to go through everything. Your power supply, which plugs in. And then here we have the Cat 5 in case you don't want to use Wi-Fi. So this would plug in, and then you can hardwire the device. This is the jumper that is included, but you could extend this. This goes from the camera to the touchscreen. Okay. And then a bunch of little jumpers here. Some more 4 pins, probably to hook up more cameras, and some more power devices here. Get your hardware. And then the camera itself. So it comes with a housing. So this gets attached to your house or your RV, whatever you're putting it on. Wires come up through the back, and then they plug in here. And it just goes in like that, and then you put the screw through there. So let's boot this up and I'll show you how it works. Okay, so now I'm going to go through on hooking this up just on the table here. Later on we'll mount this in the RV and you'll see it working. But this is going to show you how to go through the menu, how to plug things in, and how to change your settings, connect it to Wi-Fi, the app on your phone, all that good stuff. So let's get it booted up. Now camera 1, it says door 1 here, door 2 out. You got a camera here, and then we have an unlock device here, internet, and DC power. So we want door 1 and we want power. So let's plug in the camera first. So we're going to plug into door 1, and they only go in one way, so don't put them in backwards. Okay, we're not going to use this bracket. We're just going to take that bracket off for now, and we'll plug this guy in here. Okay, so that's all you got to do for that. Now, I'm not going to demonstrate how to unlock devices. I'm just going to show how to set up recordings, notifications, and push the button, that sort of stuff. And then we have our power. So let's plug the power cord in down at the bottom here. Now I'm going to turn this over. Actually, let me put this back in the box here. Okay, so I'm going to plug this in. You can see how quick this loads up. So I'm going to plug this in. I'll tell you when I have it plugged in here. And right now. You can see the power light came on there. Well, maybe you can't see it. I don't know. And I apologize for all the fingerprints on the camera here. I've been playing with this for a while. All right, there's the clock. Let's see if the camera's actually working. I'll click this button here. Yep, there we go. There's our picture. So it was that quick to actually boot up. So for any reason you lose power, power gets restored, it's back on again. I really like that it runs off of 12 volts. So this is going to be awesome for people that have RVs or just backup systems, whatever it might be. So I'm going to show you how to navigate this screen. And as you see, it just kind of lit up, and that's me staying there. It's picking up my image. That's because I have it currently set to detect motion, and when there's motion, the picture will show up on the screen. And then I think it's like 20 or 30 seconds, it will just go back to sleep. Now I'll show you how to navigate through the menu. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to wipe this out, format it, just put it back to factory defaults, and now I'm going to show you how to set up all the features like connect to Wi-Fi and things like that. The first thing I want to do is I want to hang up here, so I'm going to hit this red hang up button right there. Okay, I'm going to turn this camera over, or at least face it the other way. Okay, hit the hang up button again. So we have 4 little squares here, so if we click that, you have all these options. Okay, all these squares you can navigate to. You can't navigate to these little icons up here. And the way you navigate is you just press the arrows up and down, and they get highlighted, and then you would click OK to get into it. So let's go back up to settings, click OK, and then use your arrows to get down to certain ones, like maybe I want to go to network, click OK, and that brings me over to this side. And you see net pairing mode is set to easy. I can navigate down. So now I can use the arrows over here to navigate. Say I'll go up to easy here and click OK, and you got the arrows on the side, so now I could change this. Well, actually it's not going to let me change because I'm already paired. But that's why we're going to wipe this back out. And then the back button just keeps taking you back, like so. Now if we click the little person up here, oops. Okay, so every time you click it, see it's changing. Now it's on door 2. Door 1, that's where we want to be. And then this is a hang up button. So again, if I click the little person up here, that will open up door 1, hang up. And then these buttons here, you have your call button. Not 100% sure what that does. We'll figure that out later, but you can call different devices. I'm not sure if they're talking about cameras or just other screens. To get out of this, you hit the back button, and then you have like a little key, and then you have your gate. Basically, if we're talking to the camera, if we're having a conversation through it, the gate, if I click that, you can see that just opened and then closed. So it's triggering a relay built into it. And then we can hang up, get out of there. The key, I'm not 100% sure. Let's open up another conversation here with the camera. Let's click the key. Oh, okay, so there's a relay built into this. Okay, so that's the gate. So the relay for the gate is in here, and then the key is triggering a relay in the camera itself. So you can hear this clicking. I'm going to hold this up to myself here. You can probably hear that on my mic. And then the gate is activating down here. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to wipe this out. We're just going to factory default it, and I'll show you how to set it up. I just did a factory default on this. It's booting up right now. So now we're going to go through some of the settings, get it connected to Wi-Fi, and show you some of the other features and how it works. So first thing we want to do is we want to get it connected to the Wi-Fi. This is the one part that gives me the most trouble. So let's do this first. So I'm going to go to settings. I'm going to go down to network there. Click OK. Now you have a couple of different options for this. I'm going to click OK on this. So you see AP mode, cable, that's hardwired. It'd probably work just fine with that. But we're going to go to EZ mode. Okay, so let's do that. Click OK. We're going to open up the app on our phone. So you have to download this app. Open that up. Add a device. You're going to go to camera and lock. Access control. And up here where it says QR code for camera, we have to click that and switch it to Wi-Fi mode. Then we'll go next, and we'll select EZ mode. So there's AP and there's EZ. So we'll click EZ. Now you have to connect to your 2.4 gigahertz network. If you have a mesh network, then the 2.4 and the 5 are combined. It's not going to work very well. It worked better with this router. This is a separate router from my mesh, and I'm connecting it to the 2.4 gigahertz. My password is password for this. We'll click next here, and hopefully it finds it. This is where I've been running into trouble. Sometimes it finds it like right away. Other times I've had to do it multiple times, and I might have just screwed up again because I let it time out. So we'll go back in to settings here. Go to network. Actually, I think it connected because it has an IP address there. Now it did something because before that would just be blank. Yep, so I found it. So that worked out great this time. If it doesn't work, do a factory default on it, unplug it, leave it unplugged for a while, power it up, and then just try connecting it to Wi-Fi, and hopefully that works for you. But this part is done, so I'll click done here, and it's going to try to pull up a picture. And since I did a factory default, I wiped out some of the settings that the factory put in, and we're not going to get anything here. So I'm going to click back. Okay, and we'll put that to the side there. So we're going to click our back button, and I think what we should probably do is maybe give it a reboot just to play it safe. So we can click our menu button. Settings. We'll go down to the main settings down here, and we'll do OK, and we'll go to restart system. Okay, we'll let this reboot, and then we'll change some of the settings on here. I'll show you what we got to do. Okay, so the Wi-Fi settings are back up. Now to get the camera to work, you see if I click the little button here to pull up the camera view, we got no picture. Okay, so let's fix that. So hang up, click our menu button over here. We're going to go to devices. Click OK. Now this system has the ability to attach multiple doorbells and cameras. So it's listing 3 of them right here. So it looks like we can attach another doorbell and a camera, and you can go down through and change the settings for each one. What we want to do is we want to disable door 2 and camera because I only have the one attached. And the reason for that is because every time you press this button here to see your camera, you're toggling through door 1, door 2, camera. And I think some people accidentally press it twice and they're on door 2 and they get no picture and they don't realize they're on door 2. So let's just disable door 2, so every time you press this, it only stays on door 1. So let's go down, click OK, click OK there, turn it off. Then we can go back, do the same thing for camera. Click OK, OK, off, back. Now we're going to go to our door 1. Let's change some of the settings to get this thing working. So it has to be set to, if you look on the back, it has to be set to NTSC. Okay, that's the type of format that we use here in the US, and that's what this camera puts out. And it's also a HD 1080p. Okay. So we're going to click OK to get over to this side. Go down. Change this right here. We could do automatic. Okay. So that's NTSC. We already have AHD 1080, so that's good. Let's see what else we have. Record mode, video. Yep, that sounds good. Messages, I can't remember what that one was. We'll leave that off. Motion detection. We want motion detection on, so this is the sensitivity. So it's either off, and then you have high, medium, and low. I did medium, and it was very, very sensitive. So I'm going to go to low. So the next option down here, this is how long it records when motion is detected. So let's change this. I think 20 seconds is kind of weak. So it goes from 20 to 40. That's better. And then we'll go down. Motion display. So do we want the display to turn on when motion is detected? Yes. So that's on. Go down here. Motion ringtone. Do you want this thing to ring when motion is detected? I sure in hell don't. That would be kind of annoying, but some people might like that. But on an RV, if you're sleeping at night, you wouldn't want that on. Motion detection, push to the app. Yes, we want that on. So we're good. So click back. Now, click our little guy up here. There's our picture. So we actually have a picture now. There I am. Okay, so if we click it again, you see it doesn't change. It's not going to toggle through door 1, door 2, door 3, whatever. It's just going to stay on door 1, so you can't mess it up now. Let's see what else we can change. So we're going to hang up. Click our little menu button. Go back into settings. So we're done in devices. Click OK on settings. So system settings. Let's click OK. Let's go down through. We want English, device ID 1. Style, I think that's like the back screen. Let's see what 2 looks like. Click OK. Keytone, I don't like it making this noise, that click sound, so let's turn that off. Okay, silent. Door panel backlit, 5 volt. Don't know what that is. Let's not mess with it. Key backlit on. Oh, that's these buttons here light up, so if you turn that off, they won't light up at all. And go down. That's it for that. So we'll click the back button. Time, even though I formatted this, it held the time and date, so that's cool. Network, okay, we see you've got an IP address. Photo frame, so you could have photos being displayed on this, like a picture frame thing. So you could do that if you wanted to. And then you got your main settings in here. So let's click back. Ring, okay, so let's go to ring. So here you can change a schedule. You could have like a certain schedule set for certain ringtones, I guess. You got your volume on there. We're just going to leave this as default. And then we got recording. So it shows you your recordings, your message recordings, motion, camera record. This is a way to play them back so you can see they're not red. I will actually, after we're done here, you will see some live footage. I'll take the videos that have been recorded by this and I'll put them up on the screen for you. So let's go back. We got door 1 that just kind of opens up door 1. Let's see. Door 2, camera, media. You got your internal call. Internal call, basically you can call, I think, multiple screens. So if you have more of these connected or daisy chains, you can actually talk to different ones, which is kind of cool because it is an intercom system. What I was looking for is that clock thing, and I'm trying to remember where I found that. Now if you notice, I have to keep clicking this hang up button when I want to go to here, and the reason for that, let me show you. So if we have the camera open and I click the menu button up here, it actually brings up, you know, your volume, your brightness, your contrast ratio, stuff like that. So that's what those settings are, and that's why I keep doing the hang up button to get there. let me find this clock thing. So when the picture goes out, this clock will come up. I think it's for like 10 seconds and then it goes away. Now if you just want to go from seeing this and then when you hang up just have it go to a blank screen, you can do that. Let me find that setting for you. Okay, so it's actually in settings under time and it's right there. It went right by it. It's standby clock. So if I click OK, I can get that off. There. You see there's nothing on the screen. So I'll wake it up, check my camera, hang up, blank screen. So it just goes off instantly. I kind of like that. I don't need it to be on any longer than it has to be. And the reason it just popped up there is because it detects motion. And you can see I got a push notification saying that motion was detected. So now if I click this, it'll show me all my motion. So it's sending a picture there, but if I want to click view, it would take me into the live view actually. Oops, there we go. And if I want to see playback, I can click playback. I can go through and find video clips, things like that. I mean, it works. And they're kind of grayed a little bit. I wish they would stick out a little bit more. Maybe you can get a list. I'm not sure how this actually works with the recording clips, but it does work. So playback, you take a screenshot, you can record. So record, I think you could just have it start saving to your phone, things like that. Signal strength, sets your Wi-Fi signal strength from the touchscreen to the router. Talk, so if you click this, it will allow you to use your microphone and talk through this, but while you're talking you can't listen. So you press it, hello, and then press it again to hang up, and it's going to do some feedback stuff. I will test that outside. Not too sure how that's going to work. If it's going to work good, bad, I don't know. I know some of the name brand cameras have better audio. We don't know about the audio on this, but we will test it out. So I'll click our back button. But in the end, that's it. So if we want to navigate through this stuff, I can just use my arrow to highlight these down here. If we wanted to, I could do a hang up, which I don't understand that. Like, why would you have that on there? Let's open it back up. Like, why would you have that there, the hang up button, when it's right here? You got your zoom buttons, so you can zoom in. So I click OK. You see I can zoom in a little bit. Maybe you don't want to see the side of the wall or something on your house, and you just want the person's face a little bit better, so you can zoom in. You can just leave it there. I believe it'll save that setting, so let's hang up. Let's open it back up again. Nope, so it does not save the zoom. That's interesting. So you would have to do that every time, which is kind of a pain in the butt because it's not a touchscreen. So you can't just click that. See? But it's highlighted, so I can just click OK. Every time I click OK, it zooms in. Kind of a bummer. I think this should be a full touchscreen. If it was, I would be willing to pay a lot more for this. I think having the ability to touch on the screen would be great. Like I could just zoom out. But instead, I have to use these arrows. Get that one highlighted, start clicking OK, so I can zoom out. If you're still here watching this, I really appreciate it. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you wouldn't mind. It really helps us out. Again, I purchased this with my own money. It's not one of those products that was sent to me for free. So, I'm giving you my honest review of this. So far, it's doing great. It was kind of a pain in the butt connected into Wi-Fi, but I did get it to work. Had to try it a few times, and it's holding steady. And the nice thing is that I have to play with this for another month before I can probably get it installed. So when I do the install in a month from now, I will definitely let you know if things change. Now, when we install this, we're not going to use the 120 plug-in like you would for a house. We're going to use the 12-volt system in the camper. Now, the camper's voltage can range from 14.5 down to 12. So we're going to use a step down. We're going to step it down to 12 volts, so this will never get more than 12 volts coming off of the battery system in the RV. That'll keep it from burning out. Then at the end, after we get this installed, I'll have some footage, some unaltered footage of day and night of what this looks like. So it's an MOV file, and I'll just put it over to the video at the end so you can see what it looks like. And then tell me what you think. So I will see you guys in a month, which you guys don't have to wait for, but I will. So I'll be back. Drill the hole going upwards. So this next hole is going to be down here. This is where the 12 volt stuff is. So I'm going to go in the wall, come all the way up, and hopefully I can get it all the way up to the screen. If I have to, I'll stop in the middle where the doorbell hole is on the outside, and then from there I'll go up even farther. We'll see if we can fish this up to our hole up above. At the same time, it works like a file. So I got my hole drilled here, and I got my threaded rod coming up, and it's there someplace. I just got to find it. So I'm gonna see if I can find my threaded rod here. Okay, so there's our threaded rod, and next step will be to attach a wire to that, pull it down so we can have a continuous wire, and then I can put the connectors on for the camera. Get those wires tucked in. There we go. So like I said, I'll run a bead of caulk around here so water can't get in. And in case water gets in on the side here, there is a small little drain hole down at the bottom so water can run down through, but I'm still going to caulk behind it, and they'll just hold it on a lot better too. Okay, I'm going to try to finish up this video as quick as possible because this is getting really long and people don't like long videos. So here's some footage of what it looks like. The footage in my driveway looks great, okay? That's because it's utilizing the infrared lights off of my security cameras on my garage. If those cameras weren't there, it would look like this next footage that's just complete darkness. And this is from the campsite. If you get, say, within 4 or 5 feet of the doorbell, then you'll see somebody. But when I was out camping, I'm like, well, I don't see anything. Not one thing. And it was just complete darkness. I mean, I thought it was broke. So I went out there and waved my hand in front of it, and sure enough, I could see my hand. So then I realized the infrared light's just not shooting out far enough. So you could just buy an infrared floodlight, battery operated or 12 volts, whatever it might be, and you could mount it someplace when you get to your campsite, and then that way this camera, when it activates, when it turns on or you click to view, you'd be able to see the whole campsite. Okay, so it'd be like in my driveway, because in my driveway I got 2 cameras helping out, you know, the front lawn and the driveway. Would I buy this again? Yes. You know, wasn't too bad. If you can get this for like 80 bucks, you know, that's a pretty good deal. I would like to see something that has better audio, maybe a stronger infrared light. That would be great. Someone in a Facebook group took this screen out, and just so you know, because I thought this was a really cool mod and I might do it, he put the magnetic screens in, just a section of it right here, so that way he can open up the screen and he's able to move his shade up and down. I thought that was kind of cool. But at nighttime, I don't want to lift that up and look to see who's out there. I just want to look at a camera. The other main benefit is that if the Wi-Fi is down, this records right on the touchscreen, and if Wi-Fi is working, I get alerts on my phone and I can talk to people through my phone. So for the price I paid, I think it's a good value. I would definitely do it again. If someone finds a better one, like this one, but better, that just works better, let me know. Because I can just take this down and take the camera off and I could just mount a new one. I already got the wires ran through the wall and everything, so I'm good to go. So if you found this video helpful in any way, please like, subscribe, and put a comment down below if you got any questions. Can't help with troubleshooting, because I'm not affiliated with this company at all. I'm just testing it out, and I thought this was a good product for putting it on campers, RVs, whatever. Because again, not everybody has Wi-Fi, so you can't just put a Ring doorbell out there unless Ring Doorbell starts making a camera with an SD card. It'd probably be pretty cool, but I like having this screen here. I really do. Otherwise, you're just going to get a camera and you're going to have to look at the screen or look to see what's out there on your phone. That'd be the other way to go. So that's it. I'm done talking. Hope you enjoyed the video and maybe you got some cool ideas from it, but please like and subscribe, like I said, and have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.